Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 5. How did we get here already of the 5-day Monetize Your Business Challenge for September 2019? Today, we are going to be wrapping up. Today, we do some Q&A. I'm going to answer any questions or queries that have been coming through. If you are joining me live, pop your questions into the chat and I will get to them as soon as I can. And then we're going to finish up with just a little bit of awareness slash asking questions slash giving you some awareness about what's going on and where you can go to from here in creating a totally different reality with money for your life and for your business. So I'm just going to give everyone a couple of seconds to come on, say hi as you come on, let me know if you've got a question, type your questions into the chat box, and I'm just going to bring up the messages and questions that I have received in the last 24 hours to address. Okay. All right, how are we going? Hello. Okay, so yesterday's exercise was talking to money, and you actually had some homework. You were meant to go home and talk to money and have a conversation with money over a cup of tea or in whatever way was fun for you. I got some questions back around money said this to me, money said that to me, what does that mean, what do I do? And my response to that is, if you were talking to someone and you did not quite understand the information, hi Rahul, thanks for joining us. If you did not quite understand the information or you needed clarification, what would you do? You would probably ask them another question, or you would pick up the phone or have another conversation or re-engage with them to ask for clarification. So whatever money said to you in your conversation and you are confused about, or you're not sure about, or you don't have enough information, money is still there. Ask it again for more information. Have another conversation. All of the exercises and any of the exercises that we have done over these 5 days are not designed to only be done once or to only be done while we do the Monetize Your Business Challenge here together live. They are created as a resource for you, and any time that you wish to watch it again or you replay it or you find this, maybe you find this 6 months from now in the future and you're doing this on your own, use this as a resource. Use this and keep using these exercises, the clearings, the contribution to create a new reality with money. And for those of you that are thinking, you know, nothing much has happened, I'm not sure if it's working, like I've said over the course of these 5 days, if this is your first or second, or you know, you've recently started doing this work, or this is your first money challenge and you're struggling to see what's changing, hi Dipti, how are you? And hi Dipti, thanks for joining us. Yeah, so Dipti's saying you didn't change much. My question is, what is changing or what has changed that hasn't reached your awareness in the way that you are looking for yet? Because I can guarantee that energetically things are changing. However, the two things to be aware of, sometimes or most of the time, it doesn't look the way you think it's going to look. And secondly, would you be willing to be in awareness of just what has changed or is changing that may or may not look the way you think it does? And that is going to bring me to today's final thing. This is what we're doing for day 5 of the Monetize Your Business Challenge. Is my question to you is, where have you stopped yourself? Where are you stopping yourself? And where do you stop yourself? So how much of whatever it is that happens in your life, for example, you're doing this money challenge and maybe you got a result on day 1 and then nothing happened on day 2, or maybe nothing at all has happened over the 5 days, or maybe you're feeling like my money situation is never going to change. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, this doesn't seem to shift. Is that where you stop? Do you stop when you're being too successful? Or do you stop when you're not successful enough? Do you stop because you have a fear of what if you do manage to do it? What if you do change? Do you stop yourself because you don't want to know what's on the other side of it? Or do you use whatever is going on in your life? You know, I get calls and I get messages all the time, most hours of the day these days about stuff in people's lives. You know, this happened, that happened, this is going on, I'm being attacked, I've got demons, I've got entities, you know, I don't have enough money, I've just been fired, I've lost my job, my family doesn't understand me, I'm not loved, no one around me supports me. All of this stuff. Money loves me. I don't love money. I don't know how to have money. I've come from a lot of money and lost it all. I don't have enough money. I don't know how to have it. I've never had it. Where do you stop when all of that stuff is going on, rather than keeping on going? How easy have you made it for yourself to stop, rather than to then take the next step? You know, the only thing that will create and does create change is when we keep going, even if it's a good change, you know. And this is what I meant by the success. Like, awesome if you made money over these 5 days. Awesome if you got your daily ask, or if you got your big miracle ask. And I can't wait to hear the success stories and how many of you have created that. And how many of you created it within day 1 or day 2 or day 3, let alone day 5 or 6 or 7? Are you going to stop now because the challenge is over and you got what you asked for? Or are you going to keep going? Are you going to stop because you didn't receive what you asked for? Are you going to stop because you can't figure out money? Are you going to stop because someone was mean to you? What is it that you use to stop you, rather than to just keep going? And when you keep going is when anything and everything can change. When you don't make the problem or your environment or your resistance, whether it's internal resistance or external resistance to creating what you are asking for, when you do not make that greater than your demand to keep going. So for day 5, for today's exercise, basically, this is my question to you, and I would love for you to sit with this and get the awareness that you get around, until now, where is it that you've been stopping yourself? And there might be multiple layers. It might be thoughts, it might be feelings, it might be family, it might be upbringing, it might be your fear of what will happen if you go too far, it might be your fear of not succeeding, it might be your fear of succeeding. Whatever it is, whatever the awareness that is that comes to you, are you willing to be brave and look at it? And be willing to be brave and look at what has been creating your relationship with and to money so far, and where is it that you have been stopping yourself, and what is it now that you are going to choose that can create this as completely different. The universe will always support you in the thing that you are most consistent and persistent with. Most of us, myself included, believe me, have been really consistent and persistent with giving up or stopping or not keeping on going, you know, taking a big break in between. Whenever something happens, when you step into a new level of awareness, of functioning, of change, and these 5 days was all about creating change and facilitating a new level of awareness and possibility for you to function with and create and receive from the universe, from the world, and from money, and receive money. Whenever that happens, whether you have an amazing amount of what you think is positive change, or whether you have a terrible experience of what you think is negative change or no change at all, how long do you then stay in that space? Or right the next minute, the next hour, or the next day, do you get up and then keep moving forward? What else is possible? Do you embody what else is possible? Do you truly live in that question of what's after this? What's beyond this? What happens if I put one more foot in front of the other? Or do you stop yourself there and dwell in the success or the change, or how massive it is, or how overwhelming it is, or how circumstance or your environment appears to be greater and more powerful than you? Do you think that you need a week to integrate the change? Do you need a month? Do you need a year? Have you spent your whole lifetime so far maintaining your current status quo with money? Maintaining your current reality with money? Would you be willing to keep moving forward now, every day, every hour, rather than stopping? Don't stop at this challenge. Don't stop tomorrow because today was the last day and it was day 5 and you got what you could get out of it, and you did all the exercises once and it worked for some of you and it didn't work for some of you. What would happen if you kept going? What would happen if you kept doing these exercises? What would happen if you kept doing all of the things that you have just learned and applied them every day, and stayed in question, and stayed in communion, and stayed in receiving from the universe, with the universe, from money, with money, and of money? Okay, so any questions, comments, queries, or awareness coming up? Is there anything I can contribute to you in these last few minutes of our 5th day of the Monetize Your Business Challenge? Have you been showing up? Have you been showing up to the extent that you can show up? How much more could you show up? How much further could you go? And how much more is possible for you, is my question to you. So just from me, as we start to wrap up, I am going to do one more. I'm actually going to do a live call in a week or so to talk about the business upgrade program, which is coming up, which is the VIP edition this time. What I am doing is I'm making this program just for service-based businesses. So if you're a practitioner, if you're a healer, if you're a facilitator, if you are someone who works with people, if you're someone who provides a service, because that is what I do and that is my niche, that is the area that I can speak to with the most conviction and most experience, especially to other humanoids, especially to other practitioners and to other facilitators. The next round of the business upgrade program, which starts at the end of this month, September, and beginning of October, it runs for 3 whole months. We spend the last quarter of the year together, changing everything and out-creating and receiving a whole lot more from your business, creating a new way to be in your business and to create success in your business in a way that's authentic and congruent, and includes a lot of the stuff we've done here. How to clear stuff that's limiting you, how to clear all of the past that's limiting you, how to start receiving from your business and receiving from the world, and then how to take that to the next level or way beyond the next level. How do you create success in all ways, in a way that is authentic, congruent, creates consciousness, contributes to the planet, contributes to people, and that makes you happy, and that contributes to you, and that makes you money, and that makes you successful in all realities. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ways to interact, is to help people in their businesses and in the things that they do to create money in their life, because the more money we have, the more freedom we have. The more freedom we have, the more choice we have, and the more choice we have, the more contribution we can be, and the more awareness we can have, and the more we can create businesses that impact a large number of lives. That is why I'm interested in you having a large, successful business that maybe spans the globe like mine, because then we can impact and contribute to a large number of people that span the globe. So I will be letting you guys know about the business upgrade more in the coming few days. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have queries, let me know. I will do a very special offer for you guys that have been doing this challenge with me. And I can't say enough that this is the time for you to really take hold of all of the tools that are available to you and be diligent in applying them. From everything you've learned over these 5 days, what would it take to create a completely different reality with money? And what would it take for you to, over the next week, the next month, the next year, completely change your relationship with money and your relationship to money and your receiving and creating of and with money? I can't wait to hear your stories. I can't wait to hear about your miracle figures that got created, about your daily asks, about the amazing experiences that got created. They will occur, and they might occur on day 6 or day 7 or in a week from now or in a month from now. And that is why we keep this group open all year round, and we keep interacting in this group. This group doesn't go away. So it's designed to be a contribution continuously, not just when we're doing the 5-day challenge. And I'm still active in the group throughout the year, and if you have questions or comments, or every once in a while I'll say, what are your questions, what's coming up for you, and I'll address them either in a video or in a post. This group and page has been created to contribute to you and your money reality as much as you would like it to. So stay connected to it, interact with it, use it, utilize it, don't stop. And have another go at yesterday's exercise if you haven't already. If you didn't do your homework and you didn't sit down and have a conversation with money, do that. And then do today's exercise of sitting down and asking yourself, a conversation with yourself, where is it that you stop? Where is it that you have been stopping? Where is it that you don't go further? Whether it is because of this reason or that reason, whether it's because you are successful or you're not successful enough, whether it is that you want to fail or you don't want to fail, whatever the limitation or thought or belief or whatever it is, whatever that energy is that keeps you from succeeding because you don't keep going. Ask yourself that question and see what awareness comes up, and then don't stop there. Keep going, keep asking, keep having these conversations. And I can't wait to see you guys soon. All right, any questions, comments, or queries as we wrap up? Okay, guys, have fun. I'll see you guys soon. I'll let you know when the business upgrade information is out as soon as we launch it, and when the free call about it is going to be. And in the meantime, go out and make that money.